Welcome to Talkin Smack. I'm your host today, Sam Bradford. Our main man, Isaac Morn, is off duty, but he'll be back better than ever. So, today we'll be talking about Day for Jordy 2022. This is our second edition. We got another episode last year if you want to go check that out. But today we got Mr. Ryan Chiavassa. It's also his birthday today. And
Jordy's foundation that my sister started, and Amanda Cumberbatch. They co-founded this in 2015 in honour of my brother who committed suicide in 2013. And it's just about spreading suicide prevention awareness through our beautiful community.
Well said. Where do you see it going from now?
From now, well, hopefully every year we just continue it going forward. The last few years last year was our biggest year. It started when Marissa had a salon in town, and any money raised from the day, which was the 15th of March, went to help suicide prevention support groups that are done with Lifeline. And since then, Marissa doesn't have a salon anymore, so it quieted down a little bit. But last year we came with a bang, and this year we have a bigger bang, and just going to be making bigger bangs in the future.
Nice. Well said. So with the organising, obviously there's a bit to do. So with the organising, did you do it just yourself, or a few of you involved, isn't there?
In terms of getting the support from the community and the businesses that we've got on board this year, it's been me just going around saying good day, how you doing, and just pretty much asking. And Marissa's behind the scenes trying to get away with the stickers and social media stuff like that. So yeah, we're building a little team. We're still in a massive growth period at the moment, so we're still trying to find our foundation and find our feet. But like I said, we're just going to get bigger and bigger, and no doubt in the near future we're going to have a small team together on it.
Nice, very nice. Moving forward, obviously 10 years is next year. So this is amazing how far you've actually taken it in not like the last 3 years is when you've really been involved. But your sister, she's been doing it since 2013?
2015.
2015.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, she was doing stuff with her salon, and we did a few barbecues at Woolies and Hill Street. We decided not to do that this year just with all the COVID stuff happening. We feel like we can put our energy and time into bigger things that could actually benefit us a lot more than what a barbecue would this year.
Yeah, it's a shame about the COVID because that's actually had a big impact, because I remember last 2 years the barbecues have smashed it. Like I mean, you've had a lot of people volunteer, jump on board. Well, this year you've got a lot more businesses on board as well, and well, you got a raffle and fundraiser going on. So how about you touch a little bit base on what's made you do that, if that makes sense? Like, what's made you try and get as many businesses on board?
Well, obviously, the more businesses, the better, because that'll just be a better way to spread suicide prevention awareness. So yeah, like if we get more businesses with a busy traffic flow coming through, people see it, read it, come back in the next day, read it again. If they're locals, coming there 3-4 times a week and talk about it with their family members, things like that. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Trying to reach out. Really, the more people on board, the better. Obviously.
That sounds good. Well, this year we got a Day for Jordy big poster, which you got. Luckily, where I work at a sign making company, so we called Sign Nation, and big shout out to Sign Nation.
Massive shout out.
They've jumped on board. All the boys at work have helped out, and we've got a few signs, and you'll probably see them floating around. Who knows? But we've also got little posters at businesses around. So moving forward with Day for Jordy, do you want it to make it so it's like just on the 15th of March, or will it be kind of spread throughout the month of March?
Yeah. Well, we're already spreading out through the month of March already. Like Marissa did on the 15th, and then she probably thought in her head, like, why do it on a day when we can do it for a whole month and have a month for awareness, not just the one date. So we are obviously trying to pursue a much bigger thing monthly wise, and next for the years to come, I should say. Yeah, pretty much it. And the more support we can do that, the easier it will be.
Very nice. So with Day for Jordy, obviously your brother Jordan, that's I'm sure he's very proud of you and how you've made this, and your sisters as well. Do you want to continue, maybe become like a mental health kind of ambassador, or?
Oh, well, if I can make a career out of this, I wouldn't think of anything better to have a career. Doing this every single day, trying to go to schools, give speeches, trying to spread the word even further, and trying to really reach out to people and young kids that are really going through it and real battling it, that are having these thoughts, and or have lost people through suicide as well, because it's a massive thing to deal with. It's hard. you can never prepare for it. You can never prepare for death in general. Really, it's just you click with your fingers, and then next thing you know, that person's gone. So yeah, obviously, if I can make a career out of it and really pursue it and make this my full-time job, obviously that would be amazing. But at the moment, we're starting small, and I can only do so much at the moment. And I'm really happy and proud of where I am right now with A Day for Jordy.
You're on a journey, which is great. How has this personally made you grow?
Heaps, because it really makes you think, especially when I've been working in retail for the past six years, and I've really talked to so many people in our community, and reached out. It's like you talk to someone, you're in a cheerful mood, and they come through and they're just like, oh hey, and you can instantly you can see all right, this guy's having a bad day in a sense. And sometimes I'll try and say things to give them a little bit of smile to make them go the rest of the day. I had a pretty bad day, but that one little interaction I had was great. But unfortunately, some days you just really can't reach out to people in that state. They just really want to get in, get out, do their own thing, and regroup, regather, and go again the next day. But unfortunately, people regroup and gather, get shut down, and then they've just been going through the same thing over and over and repeat.
Everyone has their good days and bad days, but you personally, through going through your brother committing suicide, and personally, I remember seeing you probably up and down throughout the first couple of years, but you've actually grown personally a lot since you started doing this Day for Jordy. And I think now that you've gone through this personal experience, that you can also now know how other people feel.
Yeah, exactly. It's just it probably comes down to me. I remember the first 6 months, I didn't even think about it. I just went to it's life's normal. It's life's fine, day to day. And then 6 months later, hit a brick wall. Yeah. And I just could not jump over it at all. It's like I was just stuck there in this permanent position, and it put me a complete down spiral. Probably only once a week, really, I'll be actually happy, and then the rest I'll just be acting happy.
Yeah.
But now I know how to think about it and not dwell on it, because you're always going to have to remember, you're always going to have these thoughts pop up in your head. But a lot of people start chasing the rabbit instead of just looking at the rabbit, appreciating the rabbit for what it was and what they were, and move on, and just trying to make a negative thing into a good thing, which is obviously what we've done, I should say, for A Day for Jordy. But it's once you start following that rabbit, that's when you really start to lose control of your thoughts. And yeah, I feel like focusing on Day for Jordy is a really good way to keep my mind at ease, keep my mind focused. Because when I'm feeling bad and in a negative mindset, I just know there's millions of people feeling like this right now. Why can't I just turn this and think of it if I'm feeling this, how can I help myself? And then how can I try to teach, or not showing my ways and say things that I've done to try and leap over those walls. And then hopefully someone stuck at the wall, I can reach over the other side of the wall and hey, look, it's all good, man. I'm here. And I'm not here. Look at all the people behind the wall. They're all here too, man.
Where do you see this day going in the future?
Well, hopefully it can be worldwide. If we're going to have A Day for Jordy 15th of March around the world, and people reaching out around the world.
Thinking big.
That'll be the biggest goal. Yeah, there's no point in dreaming small, but right now I haven't really dwell on too much about the future, except for the 10th year anniversary next year, which me and Marissa are talking about having a red and black bowl, awesome. with some silent auctions, things like that there. So that'll be probably the biggest thing I have in the future. But like I said before, making a career out of it as well will be up there. But I'm still trying to find out our foundation. We've been on our feet, like I mentioned before. So right now I'm trying to focus on the present, not think too much about the future, because once I focus on the present and get a nice strong cement pulp in there, we can just keep adding to it, and that's just going to be sturdy.
Well, this has opened up avenues for you to go down the career path. But like you said, in the present moment, you're working elsewhere. You got Day for Jordy on the side. And I think from now on, you're basically just going to keep growing it, and you're going to figure out exactly what you kind of want to do. Because it's a big umbrella if you look underneath the mental health sector. And you yourself are a person who's gone through the mental health battles, but now you're looking at knowing how to look after your mental health, but also try and make it aware for other people.
Yeah, it's a really good way to put it and describe it.
So let's have a quick chat of where does the money go and who supports it?
Yep.
So that's the big thing for me, because if people are donating towards Day for Jordy, they would like to know where the money goes and who it supports. So do you want to name who are partnered with Day for Jordy?
Yeah, so we're partnership with Albie House. It's where Amanda Cumberbatch works and runs, and their partnership with Lifeline. So all our money raised through A Day for Jordy Foundation will be going to the Lifeline suicide prevention groups, which pretty much is people like myself who've gone through someone committed suicide and really don't have anyone to reach out to because your best mate's going to be there for you. They're going to do whatever they can, but it's really, really hard. And I noticed this a lot with my mates in high school and still to this day is if they haven't gone through that past experience, it's so hard to try to like think of things and say things like, oh, this is what I've done to help myself because like, oh, I've never gone through this. And it's a, really difficult thing to try and explain. So these support groups are for people that, have gone through the same experiences, whether it's been a year, whether it's been 20 years, and you can learn from it. You can learn something from this person over there, and then she can say something, and then this person can say something. That's 3 different opinions and 3 different opportunities you have to take into your own life and like do some notes, do some study, or whatever you want to do, and just like, all right, this is awesome. Now I can attack it with this and have a different perspective on things, like have a third person of you, but you're that third person. So that's where our money race goes, and yeah, it's just a really good part thing to be a part of.
So on the day, on the 15th of March, due to COVID, you won't be doing the barbecues, but you'll be doing a raffle?
Yep, so raffle's going all through March, so the ticket's gone up now. Today, or what's the date? March the 7th. So
happy birthday, Mr. Chiv.
Oh, yeah. Cheers, bro.
We're also recording this on Ryan's birthday, but day for Jordy's a week away, or a week and a day away, but we want to try and get this raffle get many people around it as possible because all the donations will go straight towards Albie House, which will go towards Lifeline, and then there'll be some nice prizes and stuff getting donated.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a win-win-win. Like it's 3 wins. Or 4 wins. You get raffle tickets is a great way, I reckon, to get people on board and raise money because it's always like people are more than happy to give a donation, but if you donate like $20 and you always do, and then someone said, oh, you just get $20, here's free raffle tickets or something like that. They have a chance to still win something, and they, can still get some enjoyment out of it. And then obviously it'll be good for that business where we're selling the raffle tickets as well because it's supporting them. It's all the business I've just about gone on board are local businesses in Tasmania.
Yep.
And then it just keeps going. It's just like a spinning effect, and that's what we're trying to aim for.
Well, it's kind of like domino effect too. You want to try and get the domino effect so it spreads out throughout the community. So having these businesses jump on is not only spreading that through their customers, but people they know. And then it's also helping towards making it more of a wide and just, it's hard for me to word it, but best way I can look at it is that you're not just doing it by yourself. You're not just having Day for Jordy, but you're having businesses get behind Day for Jordy.
I wouldn't be where I am without the support of the businesses. Like, it'll be very small. I'll still be doing it. I'll still be making a difference, but the difference I'm going to make this year with the opportunities I've had with so many people showing me the support, and even the businesses that couldn't contribute. When I was going to Narcs, and it was just like, if you can do it, awesome. If you can't, thank you for having the time. And anyone that spoke to me, and any manager that took the time out of the busy schedule, no doubt, and just had a quick chat with me, just did it. I'll think about it. Got back to me, couldn't do it. I'm like, no sweat. Just honestly, massive thank you for just taking the time out of your day to have a conversation about it. Because what we were doing, talking about suicide awareness prevention, what's that? That's spreading the word.
Yep. No, well said. So I think this is going to be a little wrap because we're going to get into.
What, you want to freestyle right now?
Well said. But no, thank you very much, and
no, thank you for this opportunity, man. Last year being on Talkin Smack for Day for Jordy was probably one of the biggest things that I've done for a Day for Jordy, and one of the proudest things that I've actually done. And now this year, it's just making me more prouder of myself, and just blessed to be a part of this amazing community in Tasmania because it is. And I hear so many people coming down from mainland saying it's amazing, and the next thing you know, they're moving down here. And I love it. Like, I really do. I love seeing so many different cultures and so many nationalities and so many different people be a part of this community because everyone's welcome down in Tassie. Like, no one's an outsider. Anyone's welcome. Anyone's welcome.
We certainly do live in a beautiful state, and we've got multiple culture, multiple different biomes. We've got an interesting place to live, and very lucky to live here.
No, but yeah, just another thank you to everyone. Thank you for Sam Bradford and for having me on Talkin Smack. Thank you for Sam Clark, for the editor team who's back there just tinkering away. Shout out to Isaac as well.
Isaac Morn, who couldn't be here today, but he'll be here for the next one.
Yeah. No, like I can't thank anyone enough. Like, even just like I said, having a conversation with me, just reading the poster for a quick second. Thank you. Like, just thank Thanks. I
Yeah.
should stop saying it now.
Thank you. And we can never end it. We never end podcasts very well at all. So we're just gonna finish.
All right.